Hey guys, good evening. We're coming to you live after hours, after dark, after work is over from Sleep with a Smile, Dr. Ronald Rosenbaum.
Hey guys, how are you? We're talking about the fun part of your day, which is sleep, which
We,
everybody loves.
we know your day is over and you're probably dedicating all your time to watching this video right now. We got a couple of appliances here and some headgear, some home sleep tests. We got Dr. Ronald Rosenbaum, the guy chosen from the NFLPA in the Southeast region for sleep apnea and airway screenings. So he's going to give you a little insight on why he's the chosen one.
Yes, so people are always asking, what is a dentist doing talking to me about sleep apnea? Why am I not seeing my doctor talking about this? Well, there's a very good reason why that is happening. The main reason is we as dentists are in the mouth more than any other professional on a daily basis. More than an ENT, more than a pulmonologist, more than your own family member. We're in the mouth on a daily basis all the time. So we see the back of the throat, we see the tongue, we see things breaking down, we see things that are happening, so we can tell if there's an airway problem or a potential problem going on. So who better to let you know if you have a potential problem than your dentist? You can trust us with your teeth, and now you can trust us with your sleep as well. The NFLPA has proudly chosen us to work with their players, with the retired NFL players down here in South Florida, and has trusted us with their lives to help these players out to sleep better and to feel better. So what we do is we offer a service for patients who are not using that big old machine that you strap to the face.
Oh, you mean the big old plastic octopus with the tubing?
Right,
Oh,
right.
yeah, the
Looks
CPAP.
kind of something like this guy, but think about it over his face just like that. Does that look comfortable sleeping with that?
That does not.
Or does something like this look a little more comfortable?
Ooh, that looks much more
Where
sleek.
you just put it in the mouth, you put it in. So what we do is we actually locate using some good technology to find out, and we actually map out your airway to see where we can set your bite to bring your tongue and the structures forward so you can actually breathe. It allows the oxygen to pass behind your nose and allows you to breathe better while you sleep. If you've been diagnosed with sleep apnea by a doctor and you've been instructed to wear a CPAP machine and you're not wearing it and it's sitting in your closet or sitting under your bed,
it's no bueno. Like we say down here in South Florida, it's no bueno.
Yeah, who here likes to choke?
No.
No, not you?
Gotta say
Me
no.
neither. I don't like to choke. That's a problem. So that's what happens with sleep apnea. You actually choke in your sleep. And it happens multiple times over and over again while you're sleeping. So you can choke, let's say, 60 times an hour. That's a severe thing.
But Doc, I have
Imagine
a
not
question.
breathing for 60.
I was thinking this. Am I choking in my sleep or just having interrupted sleep enough to know that I'm even getting woken up?
No, that's the thing. You're actually choking in your sleep and you don't even know what's happening. You're not getting into what's called deep sleep. So you're falling asleep, you're feeling tired, you're like, okay, it's time to go to bed. And you wake up the next morning and you think, wow, I slept 8 hours. Well, why am I so tired?
Oh, that's when the 4 cups of coffee kick in for me.
That's when you're pounding the coffee. That's when you're begging for anything to wake you up. Somebody slapped me across the face. Please help me. I need help. I can't stay awake. Why is that? It's not because you slept 8 hours and you're just working so hard throughout the day and that's what's making you tired. It's because you're actually not breathing while you're sleeping. You actually stop breathing. It's a pause in breath. Your airway shuts down. I want you to think of a fire hose.
Oh, yeah.
A fire hose. When you open up a fire hose, what happens? It opens up and all the water shoots through and the firemen are able to put out the fire. Well, the same thing goes for your airway. When they shut that fire hose down, it collapses and it flattens out. So if you're going to make a little kink in that fire hose and try to turn that water on, that water's still going to go through, but it's going to go through with a lot of pressure at that area where the kink is. So what we do is we do the same thing with the airway. We open up that kink so that you can breathe and let that oxygen pass through so you can sleep better and feel better.
Yeah, so one of the things you guys should know is that we actually do free airway screening. So if you even suspect, I'm snoring or I'm not really breathing so great at night, I'm choking, I'm waking up with drool on my pillow, I don't even know what's happening to me. If you think that you might be...
Why is my husband not next to me anymore?
Yeah, why is he
sleeping? Why did he leave the room? Why am I waking up every day alone? Do they not like me?
If you think there's a chance that you may be susceptible for like a sleep apnea type situation, then we do a free airway screening where we just have you breathe into a really easy machine. It's super cool. It's a little bit like sonar, kind of like checks to see where your airway closes when you breathe out. Super simple. We do it right here, and then from there, whatever you need, we can work it out for you. So Doctor is the chosen one. He really is, and we're not going to knock door to door for that.
And let's not forget about athletes. Athletes are all about performance. They want to feel better. They want to perform better. They want to be a success on the field, on the court. If you do any type of sports, extreme sports, CrossFit, you want to be performing at your best. So if you're not sleeping good at night, there's no way you're performing at your best. So come see us. Yeah.
You know what? You know what? Yeah. And you know what? We did that. We just did that newsletter for the NFL about that sleep apnea, the sleep and performance thing.
That's right.
And there was a study on who's that guy that died. Remember that guy, the minister of defense,
Reggie
White.
Reggie White had 4 CPAP machines, and guess where they all were when he died?
In his closet.
In his closet, just where they shouldn't be. He was almost 45 years old. He died just short of his 45-year-old birthday. And he could have lived a long life if he just simply wore his CPAP, or if he would have come to see somebody like us, we could have helped him with an alternative if you can't wear that machine with an oral appliance. And just for you viewers out there, what an oral appliance is, basically looks like a mouth guard. I'm sure everybody's familiar with a mouth guard or a night guard.
Oh, I got a night guard.
Okay? So instead of that big mask on your head, on your face, with all that tubing, you can actually wear this thing, this appliance, that looks like a night guard, looks like a mouth guard, but there's much more technique to that. And we actually locate that position to set this night guard or appliance in, so you can have that airway open and you can breathe better and you can feel better.
Hey, Doc, is that appliance going to fit me if I put that in my mouth right now?
Try it out.
Let me see.
Why not?
No, that's not measured to me.
Try the top.
Let me try the top.
See what happens.
Oh, hey, I'm going to throw that on the floor first and have him go get that.
Hey, very durable too.
No, yeah. No, that doesn't fit me. Now, how come this isn't going to just fit me or you right off the model?
So these appliances are custom made. So I'm sure you've seen some maybe on Facebook. They're offering these snore appliances to patients that can put it in hot water and stick it in their mouth. You don't want to do that. You want to have this thing set at the right position. So one of these appliances that they sell online or you see on Facebook, it may help you a little bit with your snoring. Doesn't necessarily mean it's helping you with your sleep apnea. And what we have and with the technology that we use to map out your airway and find out where to set that sweet spot of that appliance, that's how you know that we're actually getting the apnea under control. Plus, we actually sleep test you with the appliance on to make sure that it's working for you. So we do home sleep studies. We work with a company that actually sends a home sleep study to your house.
Right to you?
Right to you. You can do it in the comfort of your own bed. It's diagnosed by a board-certified sleep doctor. And if diagnosed, then we can then work with you and work you up for an appliance with your medical insurance. We actually work with your medical insurance. So that's pretty, that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. You know what else is pretty cool is that we actually don't just set it and forget it. We will get you the appliance. We'll take care of you. We'll work out anything that needs to get worked out with your medical doctor. We're on board. It's like comprehensive treatment. It's not just, here you go, have a nice day. We actually care about you and want to make sure that you're successful and that we measure you and make sure you're having good airflow.
Yeah, we follow them all the way through.
All the way.
Yep.
Well, I don't know whether questions could possibly be out there. I see Donna and Lisa. Hey guys.
Hi, Donna and Lisa.
I know that Chris. Oh, you know what? Here, one of the transit guys, a bus driver, was asking. The CPAP is monitored to make sure that he wears it. How are these able to be monitored? Like, how are people going to know I'm even wearing this?
Absolutely. So there's an actual chip that can be inserted into the appliance that it can actually tell us if you're actually wearing the appliance. So for you truck drivers out there, you train drivers out there, that's super important that you stay awake on the job, police officers, anybody who's working throughout the night, we want to make sure that you're actually using it. So we can actually monitor the appliance, make sure it's being used, just like there's a chip for the CPAP, there's an actual chip for the appliance, and we can actually read it and make sure that you're using that appliance. Because we want to keep everybody safe, we want to keep you safe, and it's really important that you get checked and get screened. If anybody you know that snores, you have daytime sleepiness, any high blood pressure,
oh, diabetes.
If
pregnant women.
Pregnant women is a huge one. Pregnant women.
Oh my
very
God.
common for pregnant women to develop sleep apnea. Remember, you gain weight when you're pregnant. That weight puts pressure on the airway. It narrows the airway, and you can actually develop sleep apnea. And not only does that endanger you, but it endangers your child. So it is very important for pregnant women to get checked and make sure that they don't have any of these issues going on.
Send your pregnant friends down. We'll screen them. Yeah. We'll screen them. It's okay to be pregnant and get screened. There's nothing wrong there.
Nothing wrong at all.
All right, Dynamite. What else we want to leave them with? Any kind of good juicy tidbits we want to leave them with? Diabetes, sleep apnea, cardiovascular, high blood pressure, obesity, depression, anxiety.
Libido.
All linked to
sexual libido. That's a big one.
After hours. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't get weird.
Yeah.
Hey, but seriously, everything is linked. So if you know some people who have any of those signs, I mean, snoring can be a symptom, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean you have it, but it's definitely a symptom,
Absolutely.
right? So what happens when you snore? Something happens to the tissues, vibrate or something like that? What happens
it's a vibration of the tissues. So somebody who snores doesn't necessarily have sleep apnea, but that constant vibration of those tissues that Lisa's talking about, they start inflammation. And with inflammation, that puts pressure on the airway. The airway gets smaller and smaller from that inflammation. You can actually develop sleep apnea. So any children that snore need to be checked immediately. They should be checked An ENT can do a sleep study in lab for children, and any adult we can do a home sleep study on and get them checked in the comfort of their own bed.
And we usually get those results for a sleep study. Just so you know, for time wise, you come in for the screening, and if you need a sleep study, within 5 days we get the results from the board certified sleep doctor,
Yes.
and then we can go from there. In that time that your sleep study is being performed, or that we're waiting on the results, I will personally check your medical insurance and see what your benefits are to see what's available for you. That's my job. He's pointing to me. That's, I got your back. Don't worry. We will work it out. We will work it out. For anybody who doesn't have insurance or doesn't think they qualify or whatnot, there's financing available. There's a healthcare credit card. There's all kinds of creative things we work out for you, because the bottom line is really we just care about the people.
Absolutely.
We just really want you to be okay.
Absolutely.
And sleep well, because like he says, in the deep sleep, that's where everything repairs itself. Your cortisol gets resolved there. Your reparative hormones come out. Your skin, the elasticity, your weight, your blood pressure, your diabetes, everything gets resolved in sleep. Now,
your brain actually flushes out what's not important in your sleep. So if you're not sleeping properly and your brain is not dumping off things that you don't need, these toxins build up in your brain and cause a multitude of issues. Also dementia, Alzheimer's is a big one. Contributed
well,
to
that's
sleep.
an inflammation disease too.
Absolutely.
People don't know that's an inflammation disease.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Absolutely.
It's all linked, man. And guess what? All starts in your oral cavity. Guess who the oral cavity specialist is? Guess who screens your airway? So come on in. I'm going to give you our number in case you don't have it. It's 954-981-5600. If you need anything, I will personally answer the phone and answer your calls. We're going to do another Facebook Live probably another day this week. But I wanted to catch Doctor after hours before he runs out and goes home and snuggles his little man.
Yeah, and I can't wait to sleep tonight and sleep good.
Yeah.
And that's all we want for everybody. Everybody loves to sleep. I don't know anybody who doesn't.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, we just want you to sleep healthy, and that's what we're about.
Yeah.
So come see us.
Yeah. If you have questions after this, give me a call or message me. I'm happy to answer anything. I know Doc will too. All right, guys, have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.